My parents called it a get-together when I wasn't invited to my sister's party. I showed up anyway. Her kid slipped something into my backpack. I slipped it back. Then the police came. My parents told me the family was having a casual get-together on Saturday. Nothing special. When I showed up, it was my sister's anniversary party, and I hadn't been invited. While I was there, I caught my sister's 12-year-old son slide something into my backpack when he thought no one was looking. I checked it in the bathroom. My hands went cold. I walked back out, slipped it into my sister's jacket pocket, and sat down. 30 minutes later, the police were at the front door. My sister is Rochelle. We've had problems for years. She's 4 years older, and she's always seen me as competition even though I've never competed with her. When I got promoted last year, she told mom I was bragging. When I bought my apartment, she said I was rubbing it in. Everything I accomplish is an offense to her. The get-together was her 10-year anniversary party. I wasn't told because Rochelle didn't want me there. Mom went along with it and told me it was just a casual Saturday thing so I wouldn't suspect anything. I showed up wearing jeans and a t-shirt. The backyard had streamers, a catered table, and 40 people. Rochelle's face when she saw me was pure ice. I looked at mom. She wouldn't meet my eyes. I should have left, but I was already there and I didn't want to make a scene, so I put my backpack on a chair near the patio door and got a plate of food. About an hour in, I noticed Rochelle's son Jaden near my backpack. He was crouched beside the chair, and I saw him unzip the front pocket and slide something in. He zipped it back up and walked away without looking at anyone. Something about his movements felt rehearsed. I waited a few minutes, then I picked up my backpack and went to the bathroom. I opened the front pocket. Inside was a small plastic bag containing a white powder and a roll of cash. About $400 in 20s. My stomach dropped. Someone had put drugs and cash in my bag, in a house full of 40 people, at a party I wasn't supposed to be at. I didn't touch anything else in the bag. I zipped it closed. I thought about what would happen if someone called the police while that was in my possession. I thought about who would benefit from me being caught with it. Then I walked back out. I found Rochelle's jacket hanging on the back of her chair. I opened the pocket, transferred the plastic bag and the cash, and closed it. Then I sat down and ate a piece of cake. I didn't say a word. 30 minutes later, there was a knock at the front door. 2 police officers. They said they'd received an anonymous tip that someone at this address was in possession of illegal substances. They asked to come in. Mom let them in. Rochelle looked confused. The officers said they were looking for a specific person. They described me, my height, my hair, what I was wearing. Someone had called them and described me specifically while holding narcotics at a party I wasn't even supposed to be at. The officers asked if they could search my belongings. I said, absolutely. My backpack is on the chair by the patio door. They searched it. Empty. Nothing. One officer looked at me. Do you have anything else on you? No, sir. You're welcome to check. They found nothing. Then they said they'd need to do a general sweep since the tip was specific. They went through the common areas, checked jackets, checked bags. One officer picked up Rochelle's jacket and felt the pocket. He opened it. The plastic bag, the cash. Rochelle's face went white. That's not mine. It was in your jacket, ma'am. Someone put it there. We'll need you to come with us to sort this out. She looked at me. She knew. She didn't say it out loud, but her eyes locked on mine for about 3 seconds and I could see her calculating. She couldn't accuse me without admitting the plan, because if she said I moved it from my bag to her jacket, she'd be admitting she knew it was supposed to be in my bag. Rochelle was taken in for questioning. She was released 4 hours later. The substance turned out to be baking soda, which made the whole thing even more bizarre. She'd planted fake drugs on me. The plan was to have me caught with something incriminating at a public family event, destroy my reputation, and probably get me fired since my job requires a clean background check. It was the baking soda that told me everything. Real drugs would have been too expensive. She didn't want me arrested for real. She wanted the scene, the humiliation, the story everyone would tell about me for years. What she got instead was a police escort out of her own anniversary party, and every guest watching her argue with officers about a bag of white powder that fell out of her jacket. Jaden told my mom the truth 2 days later. Rochelle had told him to put the bag in my backpack and that it was just a prank. He's 12. He didn't know better. I don't blame him. Mom called me that night. She said she was sorry she went along with not inviting me. She said she didn't know about the bag. I believe her on the bag. I don't fully believe her on the invite. Rochelle hasn't spoken to me. She hasn't apologized. She hasn't explained. She just blocked me on everything and told the family I set her up, which is funny because her son already told everyone what actually happened. I still have the backpack. It's sitting in my closet with nothing in the front pocket, exactly the way it should have been from the start.